Welcome to Monkey and Frank. My name is Do, and today we have a lot to talk about. I wanted to talk to you about one of my trips that I had with friends, I would say 4 months ago. And that trip went to my friend's cottage, and I decided to do cannabis and microdose of LSD. Cannabis for me is a master plant. It's a plant that when I take in the medicine, she talks to me in my inner monologues the same way as ayahuasca does. And she supports, she loves, and she brings me a peace of mind and spirituality that I can't explain. So every time that I smoke cannabis, I really put an intention out there and, make sure that I pay respect to that master plant. So, anyways, go back to that trip. Do that. I do the cannabis. I do the LSD, and during that trip, me and my soul sister are feeling this great sensation of love growing inside of us, and we're like, "Whoa, pure love!" And the entire ceremony was all about pure love, love without attachment, love with just pure love. A love that you could just let go and it's gonna come back, and if it doesn't matter because it's a pure love. And during that ceremony, what happened inside my awareness is that a love monster kind of got created. And for the next month or so, every time that I would get triggered, angry, or any type of negativity, that love monster would just come into my awareness and yum, 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 and eat all of my worries away. And my frustration would just die down so fast. And what I remembered is Ram Dass used to talk about this love, this monster or whatever that eats all of your worries away, and you give it, and it reminded me of that. And I was really happy that I had discovered my love monster. And I thought that it would last forever, but unfortunately the forgetting or the going back to the old habit kind of make it made it go away for a while. And I was saddened because for a little while I was smiling every day and nothing could touch me, and my love monster was there to protect me and to be there for me. And since it's been gone, I've been quite sad. But yesterday, I had an experience with my daughter. I wanted to share with you guys a little bit of my relationship with my daughter since Peru. Since Peru, because I believe in spirituality and in source and in God and in mother and my illusion and in the placebo effect and paradox, meaning science and religion, well, religion, spirituality is has some truth in it, and it has to be brought into the awareness and not dismissed. Just like your body, just like your soul, acceptance, surrender uh, is what my goal is, anyways, so that I can continue my heart opening and my integration of what the fuck is going on in this life. So my daughter yesterday was had a little monster on her shirt, and I was like, "Oh, that reminds me of my little love monster that I've got in my heart." And she looks at me and she's like, "No, Dad, that's the soul monster." And I'm like, "Soul monster? Well, I have a love monster. I'm pretty sure it's the same thing, right?" And she tells me, "Well, my soul monster grows like your heart monster, and it feels good, but it's not the same. Your love monster lives in your heart, and my soul monster lives here." And she points to her gut. And my gut for me is where my frustration, where my anxiety, where if I get triggered, that's where it clenches. That's where when I get this feeling, it makes me, it's anxiety. It feels like a rush of adrenaline, and I get hot and I can't handle it, and it makes me so goddamn frustrated. And I look at her and she's like, "Yeah, that's where my soul monster lives." And I'm like, "This is so cool." And I really look at her now. I'm paying my entire awareness on her. I'm not even thinking of anything else. I'm like, "Tell me more." And she's like, "Well, my soul monster is there to help my soul grow and to be there for my soul and to clean it and to." And I'm like, "That is so cool. It reminds me really of my heart monster." And she's like, "Let it grow and let your heart monster grow, and you're gonna feel a good feeling." And I try it, and I'm like, "You're right. it feels like a heart opening. So now she kind of connected the dots of like my heart monster and heart opening together in a way that I didn't see it before. And then she closes her eyes and she takes a few deep breaths and she's like, I'm opening up my soul now and it has a baby for you. And I'm like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, you don't have a soul monster, so I made one for you. My soul monster is so big that it made a baby. And I'm like, cool. I guess I should do the same for my heart monster. And I really put my intention and my awareness and my creativity inward, and I let my heart grow and grow and grow until there's a little baby that comes out. And I look at her and I'm like, hey, I have a baby. How do we do the switch? How do you give me your soul monster? And she looks at me with that all-knowing smile, and she's only 4 years old. She's like, Daddy, it's already happening in the background. It's already done. And I close my eyes, and all of a sudden, I feel my gut opening in a way that made it comfortable. It was like a surrender. It was like an opening. And I was baffled all day. And I mean, it happens all the time. She is such a little spiritual goddess. And the way she's teaching me about being here and now and acceptance and surrendering and really dealing with your emotions right here and now. Like they don't hold anything back. When they don't get their way, and that's the way they roll. And it's hard for me because I have trouble handling my shit as it is. And, you know, so this is real. I've got shame in my heart. The last night I go to do the Wim Hof breathing, and as I'm doing the Wim Hof breathing, I'm really concentrating on this soul monster. I can't get it out of my awareness, and it feels great. I'm breathing right into it as if it is its own archetypal thing, and I respect it, honor it, and as soon as I do that and I'm breathing to it, that gut area, that spot goes brrr, as if my intestine was stuck to my wall or something was stuck and it just released brrr, brrr, and it did that like for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, and at the end I felt so good because I was doing the Wim Hof breathing of breathing, letting go, breathing, and wow, what a feeling. I wanted to share with you guys that idea of a soul monster, of a love monster. Does it exist? What's going on here? This is amazing. Let's explore this together. I love you guys with all my heart and thank you so much for listening. Monkey and Frank forever, my friend. Monkey and Frank.